around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be
Good morning, cheesecakes. Welcome to Orange County, more specifically Lamborghini Newport Beach, on this kind of overcast day, although sunshine is coming, and I am here not to drive a Lamborghini, but actually to drive a McLaren. Now, as you guys know, I love the 600Lt, and Jeremy Hagen here at Lambo Newport Beach told me that he has one in stock that I can drive, so I'm super excited about that. He's inside. We're gonna go take a look around the showroom, because as I drove in, I see two Senna GT, I didn't say P1, two Senna GTRs over there that we're gonna go check out. And then yeah, we'll head over to McLaren, pick up the 600Lt, and then I get to drive it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh, these calipers, I like that color. We know this guy. What's up?
What's going on?
How you doing?
What are you doing?
Good to see you.
How you been?
Good, mate, good. How are you?
Wonderful.
Nice Christmas, nice New Year?
Man, blessed.
Yeah?
It's awesome.
Good. Mate, what are these? What are these? Sorry to cut our nicety short, but what are they?
Kind of figured you were going to go there.
What are they?
That's the Senna GTR. It's like the sickest Senna built, man. It's a race car.
Yeah,
it's not street legal. Wish it was. But we do have something that'll let us drive it. We'll go for a ride. No, I'm kidding.
Dude. You are so cruel. I was so ready to go and drive that thing.
That's the only way you'd probably really be able to get to drive it on the street is
man.
having that, yeah.
Oh my goodness. These are wild.
Pretty crazy, right?
Now, it isn't a lie. I didn't like the Senna when it first came out.
Right.
And then I saw 3 or 4 or 5 of them at Monterey Car Week last year or the year before. Sure. Totally changed my opinion. The pictures just...
It doesn't do it justice. When you see the car in person, you see all the angles and cuts and design. And one thing about McLaren is they're really form to function, so everything's built in the wind tunnel. So every little cut and design has a reason and function.
And there are lots of cuts and designs in this, aren't there? I mean, like, little tiny one here, another one down there, more under here. Wow.
This is my favorite part of the car, of course.
Yep.
The roof snorkel.
Yeah.
That's where you get your fun sounds, for sure.
So that actually passes inside the cabin, or is there a firewall in here?
You got a funnel that goes through and it sucks it in to the induction. It's just cold air induction at its best.
Oh, God.
And look at this crazy thing. This monstrosity back here.
I am blown away.
Diffuser, look at that. Thing's is massive.
These McLaren need to just keep this. Like this whole 2 upturn exhaust, that's definitely the way forward. Yeah. Oh, and in the grey as well. So you've got like super wild and shouty, and then also wild and shouty, but a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, there's some nice ones I respect for sure.
Oh,
cool cars.
God, these are. So this basically is exactly what I look for in an exotic. And would I daily one of these as long as my back held out? Absolutely, I would daily one of these. I think if you're gonna get an exotic, then why not go as wild as possible? Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Someone out there with lots of money, make one of these road legal, and then let me drive it. Please, please.
Yeah, for 300 grand, take it to Europe. Yeah, you can make it road legal.
You can?
Oh yeah. Now I don't know if you're gonna get it in the U.S. road legal, but it'll be European road legal.
Really?
Yeah.
So you mean when I earn enough money, I can have one of these in England as my car that I drive when I go back home?
There it is, right there. You can do it.
All right, guys. I'm going to be selling more merch because we need to get one of these and we need to make it road legal. So
I'll buy you for sure.
Thank you. Perfect.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
Today, though, we aren't going to be unfortunately driving the Senna GTR.
No.
Today, we're going to be driving the 600Lt.
You're gonna like that. It's gonna be fun.
I'm so excited.
You know, one of the funnest stories we have is that Nick and I, when the 570 first came out, we got on that thing, and it was like we couldn't stop laughing. We were like giddy little kids.
Yeah.
And the 600 is that plus 10.
Oh,
it's that much more
so
fun.
excited.
So yeah, smiles for sure.
Yeah.
Coming. Oh yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
You're gonna love it.
Perfect. So I'm going to take the 600 out and basically take it for a little drive around Newport. Obviously, we don't want to put too many miles on the car. But yeah, I kind of want to show you guys what I love about the car. Like I said, I've never driven one. but I definitely have looked at lots of pictures and I've seen a lot of them at car shows and things, and I've seen videos as well, so I know that they're wild. So I'm so excited about getting to feel that for myself. All right, so next up we'll be at McLaren Newport Beach, where we'll be getting into the 600LT. Right, bye little Z3, don't worry, I still love you.
There's the new GT.
I was gonna say, this is a GT, isn't it? So,
GT.
I've never seen one of these before. I immediately noticed the lights are very different.
Yes.
So the lights are much higher up and that this seems taller.
Yeah, all LED. Really just elongated.
Yeah.
Beautiful wheel and tire setup on it. I don't know if it's unlocked or not. No. Oh, it is. So, great trunk space.
Oh wow, there's so much. So they totally covered the engine.
Yeah, mid-engine car still through
Wow, yeah,
4-liter V8. But you can actually put like luggage, golf clubs.
There's so
We had
much
2 sets
space.
of golf clubs in this thing, believe it or not.
I'm not
2
surprised.
Sets. It's crazy.
So we took the McLaren 570 GT off-roading with one of the old YouTube shows that I used to do.
Yeah.
And the whole point, we were like, can you take it camping? And that was the old 570 GT.
Yeah.
And so obviously this takes it one step further, because in the GT, in the 570, yeah, it is a 570 GT, right?
Right, that's what that was.
And this is the
just
McLaren
the GT.
GT. Okay. And yeah, so in the 570 you still have the engine here, so you have this space, but you still have the engine here. But now
they've redesigned this whole thing.
Whoa.
A lot longer, bigger, more space.
And then I see this is all changed as well. Oh wow.
Great rear end on it.
So when this very first came out, and I saw McLaren don't do very well with their pictures. McLaren, you need to get better at doing your pictures, because when it came out,
I don't know if they're gonna like that one. Okay.
I'll take them for you. I know a guy. But no,
Adam's available.
I genuinely, I was like, they've just rebodied the 570 again. But actually, now that I've seen it up close,
whole new segment.
So much
whole
different.
New car. All new car, new segment, new everything.
I mean, this is wider. The whole rear quarter is wider. Wow, I'm surprised that I didn't expect it to be so different. And in fact, now that you see the profile of it is much different. This whole back section is a lot longer.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool, I like it.
Yeah.
You think maybe we can take one of these out one day?
I think so.
There you go.
We'll work that out.
Look at this. This is a good day. I'm enjoying myself.
As you should. Let's go this way.
Thank you, sir. Oh, don't show that. No. That shouldn't be in here.
Hey, you've got another one of your favorite cars over there, but that one's
Oh my god. That one is?
That one's street legal.
Oh, okay, so that one is just the Senna, it's not the GTR. Even so, I'd take it. I like the baby blue stripes as well. Oh, and the blue carbon.
Isn't that neat?
Wow, you guys have got so many beautiful cars in here.
And a white GT, look at that.
Ooh.
Mine's still a little different than the white one.
Yeah, you can really see the difference in the headlights there versus the 570. Wow. So yeah, I really didn't expect the McLaren GT to look that different to, say, the 570 GT, but totally different. And they've updated the dash as well, so this looks different now. So all of this lower center console has changed. Beautiful. Okay, here it is. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. In black as well. Black and red, the fastest colors.
Hey, black's my favorite.
Oh.
I love that.
God, it's so pretty. So pretty. And what I love about these is that even the spiders, when the roof is up, you'd be hard put. I mean, obviously there's the seam in the middle there, but
it's hard to notice.
Yeah,
the lines are almost identical.
Yeah.
Beautiful buttresses in the back to give it a good look. The wing.
Mate, I'm so excited. This thing is phenomenal. May I?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
These are yours. Have fun.
I will see you.
Don't get pulled over.
In a few hours. I'll try not to. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to switch to the GoPro because that is easier to use when I'm driving. All right, buddy. See you later. Oh, the doors that go up. Oh yeah. This is it. We're doing it. God. Doors that do that never get old. All right, so I guess first things first, we got to give it one of these. Perfect. All right, next we hit this. That will take the roof off because there is no way I'm not listening to these exhausts while I'm driving this thing. I'm so excited. There we go. And then to get even more sound, we push this button and that puts our little window down. Because now we can hear it. All right, cool. So the plan is, I'm basically just going to take this thing out for a little drive. Jeremy's giving me some miles, so I can't go over those. And I'm just going to give you an insight into what it's like to drive the 600LT. We'll go find a little quiet spot, maybe get some nice beauty shots, and then yeah, why don't we just cruise on down PCH, enjoy the view, and enjoy this sensational car. Let's go. All right, well, we're in it, and ho ho ho! Yes, this is fun. In case you didn't get that, that was yes, this is fun. Oh. Oh, those downshifts. They are instantaneous. Like, I think, and it downshifts. Oh, also, this is a great feature for vloggers, so you can actually change gear just on one side. So I can shift up, like that, or I can shift down, all on one side. How cool is that? Now, as this is the first time I've ever driven this car, I figure I'll take it easy and we'll just go for a little cruise along PCH, just so that I can get a feel for it. Then I'm gonna give you my real thoughts. But for now, I'm just getting comfortable, and my God, does this feel good. I think it suits me. You guys think it suits me? Oh no, it appears that we find ourselves P1 at a red light. What to do? I promise you I'm gonna talk in a minute and I'm gonna give you some like actual feedback on the car, but just for this moment, let me enjoy myself. Wow. So right now I've got it in the sport power mode, and I have it in the sport handling mode. I'm going to put it into track handling just because I want to see what it's like when this thing's really stiffened up. I don't want to go into track power mode because it's not my car, and as much as I would love to go hoon it around, I have to be respectful. So they let me borrow more cars in the future. But that doesn't mean to say that we don't find ourselves at another red light where we can see what sport powertrain does. Let's find out. Oh my God! What? Listen to the noises it makes! Oh my God! Okay, alright, I gotta stop saying oh my God. Do something constructive about it. Just like say something constructive. This car has a very smooth power band, and the power comes in very nicely, strong and hard all the way through the revs. And it's f***ing amazing! Alright then, I've taken this up and down PCH just to get a feel for it, and I like the way it feels. So, what we're going to do now is we're just going to take a little cruise down onto the peninsula here in Newport Beach and take a little look at this car in a bit more detail, because not only does it drive well, but it looks phenomenal. So this area is Newport Peninsula, or Balboa Peninsula, and there are some gorgeous houses, and I do think eventually I'm going to move further south than where I am now in Hermosa Beach. I do love Orange County, and a little place down here would be ridiculously expensive, but very, very nice, and I think a 600LT would fit perfectly in one of these garages. So yeah, I figured I'd come down here, and there's a little place I know we can park up at the end, and we can really take a look at the car in more detail. Beautiful. All right then, so let us begin. What we have here is a 2020 McLaren 600LT Spider. Now this thing has a 3.8 litre twin turbo V8. It makes almost 600 horsepower, hence the 600LT. LT stands for long tail, which is McLaren historical thing. Check it out, go on the internet, Google it. I don't know enough about it to tell you guys, but what I do know is it is absolutely stunning. Now this is a McLaren 570 at its core, but with a lot of additional extras. The styling is slightly different. You have a lot more aero. You've obviously got the exhausts that come out of the back of the car straight up, which I love, and I think McLaren should do that on all of their cars from now. Because, oh my God, driving down PCH just then, the sound, you drop that little back window, put the side windows up, and it just echoes through the cabin. And just take a look at this, because my, oh my, is this a pretty car. What do you think?
I'm just admiring, and I want to know if my niece can take a picture with me.
Of course, please.
She's a little shy, but you know us old folks,
Hey,
we're not shy at all.
Exactly.
Betty Williams.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Betty.
meet you.
Adam Swords.
Nice
Pleasure. Please take a picture, whatever you want to do.
I'll get in the front. Come on,
So this is what happens when you drive around in an exotic. People like to take
That's
pictures.
right.
Amazing.
You attract
Absolutely
people.
amazing. And the best part about it, it's not even my
I
car.
was going to say you're selling it.
Yeah, no, I'm not selling it. No, I make YouTube videos for a living. So
Oh, great. Good for you.
They let me take cars
for
like
you.
this out and make videos, and
Oh, beautiful.
so
Yeah.
you guys can enjoy them.
Vancouver, Canada.
Nice to meet you.
And
I'm from England.
I know, we're at Commonwealth. We share. Sorry, folks.
No, don't worry about it.
I've lived here for 30 years. It'll be 30 years, June the 10th.
So you guys thought this was going to be a car video. Actually, it's a life story. We're getting everything right now.
So I'm telling you,
My girlfriend who did synchronized swimming from Vancouver.
Wild,
There you
wild.
go, the airplane.
So anyway, this is the 2020 600LT Spider. I think I'm going to cut some B-roll now so that you can really appreciate how good this thing looks, and then we will get back into it and go for a little cruise along PCH. But before we do, let's just go take a look at this, because what a view it is out here.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. No money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
I never thought I was going to get away from that lady. She was lovely, but wow, she could talk. Anyway, that is a little look around the car from the outside. And so now I figure we should go take it for a little drive somewhere pretty. And if you go south from here, you hit a really nice stretch of PCH. So that is where we're going to go right now. Right, let's talk about how this thing drives just around town. Now, I'm in track handling and track power mode. I know I said I wasn't going to put it in track, but you know, I'm a boy and I can't help myself. But driving it around here, it's very comfortable. These are the comfort seats, so you can get the Senna bucket seats in this car, and that would be my choice if I was to spec one. But these comfort seats are as comfortable as any sports car seat you're going to sit in. They're very nice, and going over these bumps right now, in full track mode, not going to break your back. And if I go into comfort mode, or I don't know what it's called, there's sport and then there's N. So I don't know what N stands for. Neutral, natural, nice, nearly as good as sport. I don't know what it stands for, but I'm sure if I put it into that, it would soften everything up. Talking of handling, this car actually comes with old-fashioned suspension. Now what I mean by old-fashioned is that it's double wishbone suspension rather than the super fancy fully adjustable stuff that you get on the 720 that's controlled by computers and things, whereas this is your traditional spring and damper setup with an adjustable damper so that you can change how firm the thing rides. So if you want to rip it on track, you can stiffen it up, but if you want to cruise to the shops, you can also dial it back for that. Now that means that you get a very connected feel to the car, so you feel the bumps, you feel the turns, and as a track focused or fast road focused car like the 600LT is, that's the kind of thing that you want. As I'm driving around Newport Harbour right now, I don't feel any less comfortable than I would be in a Ford Mondeo or a Honda Civic. It really is a nice place to be, and the cabin is gorgeous. So everything obviously is lovely leather. You've got this double stitching on here. The red accents really do set the interior off nice, and then you've got the McLaren dash that is in most of the McLarens prior to this one, and then we've got the LCD dash right here. Oh, look at that wagon. So in terms of living with this car on a daily basis, could I do it? I mean, I'm weird. I drove a stripped out Mercedes turbo diesel track car as a daily and didn't have any issues doing 500-mile stints in it. So I guess I'm not your average car driver. But that being said, this is nowhere near that. And realistically, I don't find this any less comfortable than Mike's old McLaren 570S, which he did daily, and he put 21,000 miles on. So yeah, I do think you could daily the 600. It is low in the front, so you do have some issues with scraping. But other than that, you just have to drive a little bit more carefully, and it's great. So yeah, I absolutely would daily the shit out of one of these cars. It is taking all of my strength not to peel this protective layer off. But I can't, because it's a new car, well, newish car, and you're not allowed to do that. But oh, my OCD is going wild. Do you know why it's funny? I remember when I first came to LA, and I remember just how excited I was seeing cars like this on the road, because back in England I didn't see them all that often. Whereas here, because you see them all the time, I wouldn't say that they've lost their impact, because they're still amazing to see on the road, but seeing how excited those guys got about this car and taking pictures with it really does make me appreciate the opportunities that I've got, and you know, the ability to come out and drive something like this. I mean, what an absolute dream. And I've got to say thanks to Jeremy at McLaren, because this is such a treat, and I'm so grateful that he trusts me with this car, because at the end of the day, this is a $300,000 car or thereabouts, and he's just handed me the keys and told me to go have a good time. And Jeremy, I love you for that, mate. Thank you so much, and believe me, I'm going to enjoy every second of this. Oh, just listen to it. Oh, that just never, ever gets old. So there's a little trick you can do where if you keep it high in the RPM and then just tickle the throttle, it just makes the exhaust go brah, 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 and it sounds flipping brilliant. That was a chunky one. Get ready for the downshift. I want to know if there's flames. It sounds like there's flames, and I know these things do put out flames, but I don't know if this one is doing flames, but woo, sounds nice. What an amazing place to be driving this car as well. Pacific Coast Highway, the ocean, well, it's the other side of these bushes, but yes. Ready for the downshifts? Oh, it makes me feel all funny in the places where it shouldn't be feeling funny. Oh my god, I know I'm driving a 600LT at the moment, and that is what I should be excited about. But I've just seen my very first E300 turbo diesel in the wild. Other than my car, I have never seen one before. And there's one! Look! In blue! Oh, look at that! That could be a race car. God, Laguna sure does look pretty today. In fact, I think I'm gonna park up and go and enjoy this scenery. Oh look, here's the space. So I just noticed this. Technically it's not a motorcycle, but it definitely isn't quiet. Oh, it does look good though, doesn't it? Excuse the ice cream poop. I mean, this is what spiders are made for, this kind of weather. It's not too hot, I'm in jeans, I'm not sweaty, and you can just take the roof off and come a cruise along PCH and enjoy it. I mean, just look at that. So for me, the test to know whether you've got a car that you really love is when you park it and walk away, where you have a cheeky glance back to see how it looks. And oh my god, I just want to stand and stare at this thing. It is such a lovely car. But talking of lovely views, look at this! What a place. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Again, you don't need to be reminded, but I would just like to reiterate, this is why I moved to California. The tropical nature of these palm trees and these beautiful succulents and the ocean and the McLarens. It is not a bad life, guys. And don't forget, guys, I made this happen by getting out there and working hard. I worked hard with my photography, I got my work in front of the right people, I spoke to the right people, and it led me to be able to do things like this. And so if you really want it, believe me, you can get it, because I've done it. I'm proof of that. And I just want to say thank you so much to you guys that watch these videos and support this channel, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. There'd be no one to watch. And as much as it's fun to do this, I certainly wouldn't be filming it. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And please remember that if you have a dream, if you have something that you really want, get after it, because there is no excuse. It's out there, guys. It is out there. And the only person getting in your way is you. So a quick pit stop in Laguna. Let's go back along PCH and head back to the dealership, because I am about, let me see, 8 miles off my limit. So let's see if we can make those 8 miles count. Now, I've only been able to cruise up and down PCH, so it's not like I've been able to really give this thing a go in the twisties, or anywhere for that matter that doesn't involve a lovely long straight road with a beautiful view. But that being said, the car definitely does handle nicely, and I really am enjoying how connected with the car I feel. The steering isn't too light, because with a lot of power steering systems these days, it's just 2-finger steering and it's just way too easy. This does have some weight to it, which I really do enjoy. Now, it is blisteringly fast. It makes almost 600 horsepower. That goes without saying. It's gonna be a fast car, but it's the way that it puts that power down. Obviously, there's a little bit of wheel spin to begin with, but then man, does it hook up, and it sits you back in your seat, and you are up to naughty speeds much quicker than you think. Obviously, I've been keeping it to the speed limit, but if I was on a private road or in Mexico, then my God, I could get in some trouble with this thing. There's the view. There is the view, guys. Okay, I don't want to be obnoxious and make too much noise, but let's just have a quick listen to this exhaust. Let me just stop right here, put it into neutral. Okay. The gear shifts are just straight insanity. They are immediate. It's honestly, it's like they're telepathic. These gearboxes nowadays are just phenomenal. Absolutely incredible. I'm barely just breathing on it. And bam, it's changed. Next gear, next gear, next gear. 1,000 miles an hour. Something special about driving an exotic car. If you've never had the opportunity, go and do one of those days where you can spend 150 quid or whatever and go and do a track day where you get to drive one. Driving them on the road is even different again, because it's the attention that they bring, and it's not that I want to be a poser, but it is nice to see people's reactions to these types of cars. And obviously up there when we parked up, stop beeping at me, when we parked up, people came over and wanted pictures and stuff, and that's awesome. Like, I love that. I love that people share my passion about these cars. And it doesn't matter, even if you know nothing about cars, you can look at this and go, wow, that is special. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for driving an exotic. I've got a lot of projects that I want to do before I would even start putting money away to buy one. But that being said, one day I definitely see myself driving something like this, because the feeling it gives you being behind the wheel really, really is special. So I guess to summarize, as I drive this car back to McLaren, boo, is the 600LT everything I wanted it to be? Yes, it is, absolutely. Would I like to take it on track? 1000%. I would love to see how this thing really performs, because while cruising up and down PCH is amazing, I really feel like this car has so much potential on a racetrack. So who knows, maybe I'll get the opportunity to do that sometime soon. But yeah, it has just been the best afternoon I could have possibly asked for. Boo, and just like that, I gotta give the keys back. So let's put the roof up, and go give Jeremy back his keys. But what a day, what an absolute day. There you go, Simple as that, look. Done. And now I'm not in a Spider anymore. Now I'm in a nice, warm, quiet car that I could cruise the motorway or, you know, drive in the snow. Oh, actually, I drive in the snow with the roof off, but you know what I mean. So it really is the car that does it all. I am suitably impressed. Well done, McLaren. Well done. You have met all of my requirements, other than the requirement that states that this is my car, because man, would I love it. Ooh, maybe one day, maybe one day. Well, guys, that is it for this week's episode. I present to you the McLaren 600Lt. What an absolute treat to be able to drive this thing, get out. Big thank you to Jeremy Hagen at Lamborghini and McLaren Newport Beach. If you guys are in the market for a car like this, he is your man. So I'll put his contact info in the description, but I can't speak highly enough of it. This car right here, I think, is just about $250,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but it is a lot of car. And also, I was just talking to him about the financing and leasing options, and they get really reasonable when you've got half decent credit. So, Anyway, until next time, guys, I guess I'll see you. Messed that up, haven't I? So guys, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell so you get notifications when the videos go live. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because that really helps. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car.